Hi, my name is Viviana Denova, and this is my presentation on the financial impact of COVID-19 on businesses in dining and hospitality industries in Southeast Texas. My mentor was Dr. Gevorg Sargsyan, who's in the Department of Finance and Economics, and I'm a senior majoring in business management with a minor in chemistry and biology. So here's some background information. COVID-19 has had a negative influence on the service sector. The economic decline caused by the pandemic had a direct impact on the businesses in dining and hospitality industries. So for my research, I use the PAR methodology, which helps identify risk management practices of recovery and resiliency from disaster or economic disruptions. It also helps diagnose challenges and risks that local businesses experience from these events, and it helps mitigate the losses in next or upcoming events. So the first part of this research investigates the impact of COVID-19 on business performance, while the second part studies the impact of attitude and investment decision behavioral control on investment intentions. So to distribute my survey, I emailed it or I went in person. I would usually call them and ask if they were interested, or I would go from business to business asking if they would like to be a part of this study. So the response rate was much lower than I expected. The responses that I received were 21 after visiting 80 businesses, sending 133 emails, and calling 130 businesses. But I will continue to reach out to businesses as I've made connections throughout this research study, and I'm hoping that I will be able to get more results in order to finalize a complete report. So this isn't like my complete conclusion, but these are some trends and results that I have gathered and just trends that I have noticed as I'm collecting all the data. So for the production dimension, this is the first part. I asked, one of the questions asked, how did COVID-19 impact the reliability of suppliers? So 42.86 said strongly decreased, 42.86 decreased. So the majority practically said that it decreased. And this is very normal. I expected the reliability to have decreased given that there were lack of resources, transportation, and shutdowns of places that provided the services or resources to these businesses. Then we have the customer dimension. For this one, I chose the question, how did COVID-19 impact the quality of services and products? Again, about 65%, 67% said that it had decreased. I expected this because many businesses were not able to offer their services or products the way they were used to, so perhaps the quality decreased. Then I have the HR dimension. How did COVID-19 impact employee satisfaction? I was very surprised because about 40% said it decreased, but then I also have about 43% that said it had no impact. So I'm not sure if employers did a really good job of trying to keep employee satisfaction high or something else could have affected it. So for my finance dimension, I have how did COVID-19 impact the overall revenue of the business? So about 75% said that strongly decreased or decreased. I expected this very much because obviously many businesses had to shut down or some had to just close down for a little bit, some completely shut down. So this was expected. And then finance dimension, another part. How did COVID-19 impact the expenditures costs of the business? And so about 38.1 and then 33%. So about 70% said that it had decreased a lot. And so this was very expected. I'm pretty sure many have to hire more, perhaps more people to clean, to have more routine cleaning, spending on the supplies. So I'm sure that increased the cost of the business. And so then the second part asked them about the investments. And so it would ask them how they felt about the following statements, whether they agreed, disagreed, strongly agreed or disagreed, or they were just neutral. So one of the statements is, making an additional investment is a wise decision. So some were neutral and some agreed. And then the next one, making further investments in my organization is desirable. we have some that agree and some that are neutral. So what I noticed is that there's a group that's very, perhaps not very confident, but they're confident enough that they would like to invest. But then there's also another group that is still hesitant to invest. And so it could be because maybe they still have loans to pay off or their business really hasn't taken off. So there's many factors that could affect these answers or responses. So another statement, COVID-19 has improved my organization to successfully launch new projects. So about 10% said they strongly agree, 42% said they strongly agree. So perhaps these were the ones who perhaps decided to do curbside. And so they were able to successfully launch because many businesses that have curbside have done very well. So they feel very confident in that. Then we have COVID-19 has improved my organization's ability to identify new investment opportunities. So we have a 50% chance that are neutral, and then we have like 43% that they agree. So this is kind of expected given the previous results. So we have a group that's not very confident, and then a group that's confident. So COVID-19 has improved my organization's ability to create new products and services. This kind of goes hands in hands with the question that asked COVID-19 has improved my organization's ability to successfully launch new projects. So probably they decided to do curbside, and so that helped the business. And so then another statement, I will allocate investment for new projects. 42% were neutral, 38 were agreed. And again, this has to do with that group that is very confident and that group that is still hesitant because, like I previously said, because of loans or their business just isn't at that point where they can. I am determined to plan and execute larger investment projects in the future. Again, 42% agree or neutral, and then we have a 33% that agrees. And then I am determined to expand the business. So it seems that there's an increase in people that agree. So perhaps they do want to expand the business. And then you have the group that again is very hesitant and is not perhaps as comfortable expanding as they would like. And so I would like to thank that concludes my project, and I would like to thank my mentor, Dr. Gevorg Sargsyan, for helping me through this project. Without his help, I would not have been able to get the results that I have. And then I would like to thank to Dr. Christian Baring for always answering my questions that I had throughout this fellowship, and then the Office of Undergraduate Research for sponsoring this research study. And like I previously said in the beginning of the video, I will continue to work on this project so I can get better results because perhaps during the summer, some people were on vacations and there were just a lot going on because it's the summer. So perhaps now during this time, because many have kids and have returned to school, they have a better routine. So perhaps I will get more results and then I can do a report with all the findings that I have. Thank you so much. Goodbye.